percent of change. Percent of change is the ratio of the change in amount to the original amount expressed as a percent. If the new number is more than the original number, it will be increasing, and if the new number is less than the original number, it will be decreasing. For the first example, our original number, oh, how do I?
Hit one of the buttons, so down on the bottom. Whatever color you want.
Our original number is 21, and our new number is 40. And the first step is to subtract 40 to 21, and we get 19. And then we divide 19 to 21 and get 0.90. To turn that into a percentage, we will multiply that by 100, and that equals 90. So 90%, and it is increasing.
Cool. Any questions on that? Difference? Why there's no?
Yeah.
Okay.
How do I scroll down?
Here, I'll scroll down. There you go.
Okay, so it's just a random example. We're gonna be buying a belt for $14.99. Discount is 20%. So we put 14.99 and times that by 0.20. 0.20 is 10%. And that equals 2.998. That's it.
So that's the percent discount. So what's the belt going to cost? How do you figure out the cost of the belt? So the percent discount is $2.99, right?
Yeah.
So you got to take $14.99 minus $2.99. That's the actual cost of the belt.
Okay, so $14.99 minus 2.99. And that's easy math that I can't do, yeah.
9 minus 9, go to the other side. 9 minus 9.
It's 0.221.
12 bucks for the belt. Okay?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Alright, thank you.
So this is 2-8 literal equations and dimensional analysis. The first problem is U equals VW plus Z.
So what are you doing here? What's
Solving for V.
Oh.
So we're going to rewrite the equation. So we're basically trying to get Z by itself. Or V, yeah, that one. We're going to take Z away from this side, take Z away from this side, cancels that out, and then it makes it U minus Z equals V times W. So then, to get rid of the W, you divide it by W on both sides, and that leaves you with U minus Z over over W equals b. So this is a continuation on 2.8, and we are solving the equation 3x minus 2y equals x z plus 5, and we are solving for x. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to add 2y to each side. So that cancels out, and you're left with 3x equals x z plus 5, wait, not plus 5y, plus 5 plus 2y. And so then you're going to take away minus xz. And this is kind of confusing because you're asking, why are you taking away the x? It's because we want this all to be on this side. Does that make sense, Malia? Oh, it's confusing. So, yes, it's x times z, but yeah, and you don't divide by z to get the x by itself because they're paired together, and it's just easier to do that, to put them together. Does that make sense? It'll make sense a little later because the steps that we're going to do next is going to make, it's going to be more confusing, but then it'll make more sense. So then you're left with negative x z plus 3, I'm writing with my right hand, plus 3x equals 5 plus 2y. So this is what you're left with. So this part is the same as x is equal to 3 minus, wow, I keep writing with my right hand. It's easier. Okay, it's the same as x times 3 minus z equals 5 plus 2y.
You understand that piece right there? If you distribute that x back across, x times 3 is what? 3x. X times z is what? Negative 3x.
The plus, so this is a positive 3, and this is a negative x. Mm-hmm.
You factored out an x.
It was in the book.
What? You're not, you can't.
So we just kind of broke it apart.
You distribute that x back across 3z. You factored an x out.
What happened to x? What happened to the x? No, and z.
So be negative xz, which is what that is. So if you solve this, then it equals that.
Well, why would you do that? That's a good question.
So we're trying to get x by itself. So now that we have this, we can just minus 3 minus z and just take out the whole thing. Wait, yeah, you divide it.
Yes.
You divide it. So I just broke this apart to get this part. So I broke this apart to get this. And I'll show you, I'll go into the next step so that it actually makes sense.
So there's x and x and x and 3. You take that out, leave the z 3 in there. It's the same problem. You distribute that x across.
And if you didn't do that, then it would be like confusing because then you have to divide by 3 and then you have a xz divided by 3 and just takes a lot more steps. So if you just break it, you get it now? Okay, so next we want to get rid of this 3 minus z, so we're going to divide by 3 minus z. Sorry, does that make sense? And then we're, yes. And then you're left, yeah, right, Maggie. So you're just left with 5 plus 2y divided by 3 minus z. And then that's your answer. So this just eliminates a lot more steps than if you were over here and you had to divide by 3 and divide by z and all that. Does that make a little more sense? Malia, you do not look happy.
Why would you make us do that?
I don't. This is just one of the problems because you're like, let's do one without numbers and let's do one with numbers. And
Go to the page.
yeah,
You have another example?
yeah, we have dimensional analysis, which is
Okay.
going to be on the test.
Let's do it.
Dakota, I need your password.
She's got another one. She's just get your notes out.
Are you doing dimensional analysis too?
You're doing this a lot.
Can you take this away from me?
Pay close.
Okay, so we want to find out what. Okay, this one's like not as complicated. So we want to find out what 140 centimeters is in feet. So we're going to use dimensional analysis, which is kind of confusing. So first we're going to convert 140 centimeters into inches. So 140 times, for every 1 inch, it's 2.454. 54 centimeters. Wait, no. I know I'm struggling today. 2.54 centimeters, and this is 1 inch. So we're just converting it into 1 inch. So then that would be, so we can always just put this over 1, and 140 times 2.54 is, try to get a calculator, Dakota. Okay. Oh, you're right.
So what?
I was going to do the
Step in there for a
cross
minute.
thing.
Oh, well, you can, but do this. Multiply these across. You have 140, right? And this
then
is
it's-
1 inch, right?
Mhm.
Or is that over 1, right?
Yeah,
And that is this centimeters?
yes.
I shouldn't put an inch down there. That will confuse you. So these,
I know.
140 centimeters. The centimeters cancel, right?
Mhm.
So I'm left with inches on top, nothing on bottom. So this is 140 inches divided by 2.54, right? Because that's on the bottom, right?
Mhm.
And if you divide 140 by 2.54, somebody do that for me. Go ahead, you can keep going.
Okay.
140 divided by 2.54 is 55.19 inches, right? Per
But we-
1 centimeter.
Yeah, but we still want to convert it to feet. So next we're just going to do the same thing, but with this number and in feet. So it's going to be 55.19 inches over 1, because we're just going to do the same thing, and it's going to be times 1 foot over, and there's 12 inches in a foot, so it's going to be 12 inches. And inches cancel out, so it would be 55.19 inches equals over 12 inches. And can someone do that too?
Actually, it's just over 12 because inches are
Oh, yeah. 4.6. So this is equal to 4.6 feet. Yeah. Does that make sense?
The whole goal of that, guys, is to get the
It's so hard to write.
right off the side.
It's not hard if you're
Then you're just left with
because
feet,
left.
right? Because the inches cancel straight.
My hand goes like that.
Yeah. Can we just look up what
Whenever you're ready.
Hi, this is Mr. Hardesty. today we are doing weighted average problems. An alloy of metals is 25% copper. Another alloy is 50% copper. How much of each should be used to make 1,000 grams of an alloy that is 45% copper? Yes. Let X equal the amount of
25% copper.
25% copper. Alloy. Tell me the word, Storm. Right
You're gonna write right and solve.
and solve. God dang it. Sorry for the writing, guys. Never done this before. Yeah. Are we good? Shut up, Storm. We good? Mr. Hardesty's starting to get grumpy. Okay. Okay. Write the original problem. Okay. So 0.25 x plus 0.50 100 minus x. Wait, hold up.
Yeah, it's 1,000. Put another
Oh,
zero.
poop. Okay, there we go. 1,000 minus x equals 0.45 times 100. Okay. It is 100, okay?
Change the other one to 1,000.
This is what I found in the book. Let me do it.
Which is really simple, right?
Yes. Chart? What? Okay. Okay, now we... Wait. How do I erase? Oh, there we go.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Now, use the distributive property. Yeah. Well, let me just erase the whole damn thing then.
Notice the spelling. It's not a spelling contest. Keelan.
Let me just...
Dude, this thing's 19 minutes long right now. What are you guys doing?
So first, you write 20... Well, first you write the original problem, right? Which is this. And then I shot the docs to...
The dogs.
That came out wrong. It's 1,000 because you're trying to find how much of 45% alloy is in 1,000 grams of copper, or 45% copper is in 1,000 grams of alloy. And then you use the distributive property like I said, shoot the ducks, not dogs. So what I got from that is I got 0.25 plus 500 because 50 times 1,000 x 0.25x plus 500 minus 0.50 x equals 450. That's how I use the distributive property. And then you no, because it's like a multi-step problem. Yeah. Um, and then you would simplify it, and what I got by simplifying it is negative 0.25x plus 500 equals 450. 0.5.
Yeah, how'd you get that? Explain that.
Wait.
How'd you get 0.25?
0.25 is the 25% copper, and then
So, when
And
you
that's-
simplified, what I'm saying is, turn this. When you simplified, you've got a positive 0.25x minus 0.5x. That's where he gets the 0.25x. You need to explain that so you know where you're going.
okay.
Okay?
0.50 times 1,000. Yeah. And then equals 450. And then I'd subtract 500 from each side, so negative 0.25 x plus 500 minus 500 equals 450 minus 500. Okay, you would do that by each side. Look, I'm gonna erase in a second because I ran out of room.
No, hit the same page.
Oops. Okay. And then I would simplify that, and that would be negative 0.25x equals negative 50. I'm really bad at this. And then I would just divide each side by negative 0.25.
Good.
Negative,
Stop.
and then negative 0.25. And then what I came out with is x equals 200.
So what does that mean?
That means 200 grams of the 25% alloy and 800 grams of the 50% alloy should be used. I don't know where the 800 came
Well,
from.
you need 1,000 grams, right?
Right. Oh, that makes sense.
200 and 800 is 1,000.
Yeah, that makes sense.